Hi, this is Lady Shel. I'm back again to do another character creation tutorial, but this is not going to be part of my class features. This is going to be part of my Not Your Everyday Adventuring Party. Now, what that means is I'm making 10 adventurers using races that are not your most common races, and I am going to be making a Shadar-kai Ranger today. And I'm also going to change my method of ability rolling by using the 46 drop the lowest. So let's dial up our 6 attributes and see what we come up with. Okay, I don't like the 9, but you know, you got to take what you get. The dice giveth and the dice taketh away. We have a 15. That's nice. We have a 10. Not quite so nice. We have an 8. Not nice. 16. I like that. And we have a 13. And we have a 10. Okay, so making a ranger. Ranger's most important attributes are, let me look them up, dexterity and wisdom with strength. So dexterity, I think I'll go dexterity and strength, then wisdom for my third attribute. So dexterity will be my top one. And my top one was let me move that in there. Dexterity is 15. My next one, oh no, 16 was my highest. 16 for dex, 15 for strength, 13 for wisdom, 10 for con, 10 for intelligence, and 8 for charisma. Okay, so we've got our stats. Now let's move on to background. We're going to open the background tab and let's try and figure out what would be a good background for a ranger. I'm gonna say maybe a far traveler would be an interesting one to use. Okay, yeah, I'm going to use far traveler. So let's drag that over. And I will close this and pick the race. Now I need to make sure I pick the right elf race. Whoops, not class. Elf race. I need to have the Shadar-kai, which is in Mordenkainen's Tome of Foes. So I need to pick the elf from that book. Race. And the elf from Mordenkainen's is this one. And I'll put that in the race spot. And we're going to be a Shadar-kai. And we're going to click yes. And then the final thing we're going to do is add the ranger class. Close this. And we need to select some skills. And we already have insight and perception. I'm thinking survival would be good. And since dex is so important, I'm going to pick stealth for my second one and nature for my third one. And we'll click the checkbox and go back to the first page. We have our ranger. Let's name our ranger. We're going to call our ranger Giselle. Okay, so Giselle, our Shadar-kai elf ranger. We're going to level her up, drag the shield off and back on, and off and back on. And now we need to create pick a ranger archetype. I'm going to Okay, since this is an odd uh, party, most people pick Hunter. I'm going to pick Beastmaster just because I want to be different. So we're going to be a Beastmaster Ranger. Giselle is a Beastmaster Ranger. So we click that to choose that, and we've got our class, our background, our race, and our skills, our abilities rather. On the skills page, we have proficiency in insight, nature, perception, stealth, and survival. Pretty good. 5 different categories to be proficient in. That's nice. So we're going to go to our abilities tab. And what I want to do is I want to open up these features. I'm making this character just a tiny bit different than my class features. It's going to be just a little bit less detailed, but still have all the most important things. This is a role-playing thing. I don't need it. Beastmaster. The Beastmaster archetype embodies a friendship between civilized races and the beasts of the world. United in focus, Beast and Ranger work as one to fight the monstrous foes and threaten civilization and the wilderness alike. Emulating the Beastmaster archetype means committing yourself to this ideal, working in partnership with an animal and its companion and friend. Okay, so the next thing is going to be favored enemy. And it says that you have a significant experience studying and tracking. You get to pick an enemy. Now I'm going to make a note here on my sheet. My favored enemy is going to be elementals. Okay, the fighting style. Whoops. Let me leave that open because no, I don't need to use this again. I've already made my note. Fighting style is going to be archery because I am a ranger and they get a +2 bonus to attack rolls made with ranged weapons. So in fighting style, I'm going to make the notation that my fighting style feature is archery. Okay, and I'll leave it up here for when I need to add it to my actions tab. Natural Explorers just has to do with role-playing. Primeval Awareness, also role-playing. Ranger's Companion. Okay, so at 3rd level you gain a Beast Companion that accompanies you on your adventures and trained to fight alongside you. Choose a beast that is no larger than medium and has a challenge rating of a quarter or lower. Appendix D presents statistics for Hawk, Mastiff, and Panther as examples. Add your proficiency bonus to the beast's AC attack rolls and damage rolls, as well as any saving throws and skills it is proficient in. Its hit point maximum equals the number of its normal maximum or 4 times your ranger level, whichever's higher. Like any creature, the beast can spend hit dice during short rests. Beast obeys your commands as best as it can. It takes its turn on your initiative, though it doesn't take an action unless you command it to. On your turn, you can command your beast where to move, no action required by you. You can also use your action to verbally command it to attack, dash, disengage, or help action. Once you have the extra attack feature, you can make one weapon attack yourself when you command the beast to take the attack action. If you don't issue a command, the beast takes the dodge action. Okay. And it just says, like, if it dies, it's 8 hours magically bonding with another beast. So we're going to leave that up there, and I am going to choose the Panther for the beast. And I'm going to open up NPCs. Let's find the Panther. I'm going to get it from Player's Handbook. close this back down. Now, what did it say? It said, add your proficiency bonus to the beast's AC. Now, my proficiency bonus is a 2 right here. So instead of a 12 armor class, it gets a 14 armor class. And it gets +2 to the attack and damage rolls. So, oh, here we go. The bite will do. I need to open the, I need to undo this from the book. So I will drag it back on the sheet, and you'll see that this is a copy now. And I can open it now. Before I couldn't open it because it was tied to the player's handbook. Oops, I'm gonna delete it here. What's wrong with me? Okay, so Panther, and we need to add the 2 to the armor class, so the armor class becomes 14. We need to add +2 to the attack rolls and damage rolls. So let's pounce. Melee attack is going to change from 1d6 +2 to 1d6 +4. Oh, come on. Oh, crap. Okay. Let me take this off. Oh, come on. Really? You're going to do this now? Delete the item. Okay, 1d6 +2. I'm going to change it to 1d6 +4. Okay. Okay. There we go. And then this is going to be 4, 1d4 +4 slashing. Okay. And that's it. Okay, so our Panther Companion, I've got that labeled there so that we know which Panther goes with Shel. So let me put her down here and close that. Okay, the next thing, spellcasting. Leave that up there. And we have some traits. We have the Blessing of the Raven Queen. And it says as a bonus action, you can magically teleport up to 30 feet into an unoccupied space you can see. Once you use this trait, you can't do it again until you finish a long rest. This is like Misty Step. That's kind of nice. And that's a race trait. And Fey Ancestry is also a race trait. Keen Senses, it just says you have proficiency in perception, which we already know. We have necrotic resistance. And let me see. You know, that is a code. I'm going to put it up here. And trance just says that elves, because she's an elf, she doesn't need to sleep 8 hours. She can just go into a trance for 4 hours. Okay, she has light and medium armor, and she can use shields. She has a musical instrument or gaming set, so I need to pick which one. Native to your homeland. I didn't think that through. I'm going to pick. Let me choose. These are. I guess it would be adventuring gear. And it would be. Let's get a dragon chest. Okay, is this not going to be here? I guess maybe the dragon chest isn't in adventuring gear, so I'm going to put it in nothing. I'm going to put chess and dragon chest set. This is what she's going to have for her gaming set. And she is proficient in it. So I'm going to edit, add the plus, and add dragon chess set. Add a proficient, see, and I would say that this is wisdom. Okay. And I would like to also add to my inventory a healing potion. So that I can show you how to add a way to show how much healing you get. Okay, now I'm going to be using Rob Tui's background and class equipment bundle to add my inventory. And that information is kept in the parcels. So I open parcels. Recall that I have Far Traveler for my background. Look down the list for Far Traveler and just grab the shield and drag. And now I have the things that I would get as a Far Traveler. And scroll all the way down to Ranger. And we'll get the starting equipment for the Ranger. If I drag the shield, then not the whole parcel. Okay, we are set. And like the previous class, the previous not your everyday adventuring party person that I made, I'm not going to be fixing the inventory to have everything in the backpack like I do in my regular class features, because it's a little less detailed. What I will do is I will be adding the personality traits, and you get that from the background that you pick. Oops, I didn't pick pirate background. I picked Far Traveler. I never saved it. Here we go. Go to inventory, scroll, no, not inventory, notes. And I'm going to look for the tables. And these are the characteristics that I will be using. I'm going to be doing random rolls to get my traits and stuff. But you could pick and choose from this list, or you can put whatever you want. So that's up to you. Random ideal. Random bond. And finally, random flaw. Okay. Whoops, I did not mean to hit that. There. Okay, so we have our traits, ideals, bonds, flaws. And you can fill in the rest of this tab with your alignment and your deity, your gender, age, height, and weight, what you look like, and how you became a ranger, your backstory. Next tab is for doing Adventurers League, which we aren't doing, so I'm not going to get into that. My ranger has a longbow. I'm going to add the 20 arrows that are included. And the ranger also uses a short sword. We can close this. We are going to be adding some different sections here. The first section I'm going to call Standard Actions. And this is going to be including like the fighting style, archery, and I'm going to find the information in the class features. And some of the other things that are going to go in this class features are going to be this dodge, help, hide, and ready. I'm just dragging them into this empty spot. And since I am a Shadar-kai, I will go down to my race. Oh wait, this is class. I will go to Ranger because that's my class. And I will look up the fighting style, which here it is, Ranger's Fighting Styles Archery. Drag that over here. Now I can close that down. And that was the only class feature that I had, so I am going to delete this spacer because it's just holding a space open for you to drag things in. Since I'm done dragging, I can then click on the hourglass and close that up. Now I need to make a couple more powers here. I need to make a racial traits. And in here, I'm going to be looking for elf. I'm going to change the group to race traits, and I'm going to drag my Fey ancestry over here to racial traits. Since I am a Shadar-kai elf, I'm going to look and see if Shadar-kai has a specific feature. Here she is, Shadar-kai. Now there's a couple of things. There's the Blessing of the Raven Queen, which is here. Drag that over. And there is the Necrotic Resistance. Drag that over. Okay, so we can close the Fey Ancestry and Necrotic Resistance. And we can delete this empty space placeholder. Click on the hourglasses or magnifying glasses. I call them hourglasses sometimes. I don't know why. Probably because I've learned from Leroon and he says that sometimes. So if I get confused, forgive me. They are actually magnifying glasses, not hourglasses. They don't look anything like an hourglass. Okay, so we are going to then, let's see if we can find this Ranger's Companion. I don't know if it's in here, but it doesn't hurt to look. I'm going to change it so that it's not pointing to any specific item. And in the top box, I'm going to see if I can find Ranger. Nope, there's no. Let's see if I can find Companion. Nope. Okay, so there's no coding for this. But we know that we have it. It's on our Abilities tab. So the last thing that we're going to add is our spells. And I can close this, and I'm going to change the group now to spells. I'm going to go to source, and I'm going to say I am doing Ranger spells. So I scroll down to Ranger. And then I would like to, I have 3 first level spells. Yeah, the Ranger doesn't get a lot of spells because it's not really a spellcaster. It's mainly a melee fighter and a ranged fighter, but it has a few spells. So I'm going to change the level to 1. And here are the spells that I can pick from. Now I want to look and see how many spells a ranger is allowed to get. So if I scroll down on this list, it says at level 3 you have +2 proficiency bonus. Spell slots. Okay, level 3, I can know 3 spells, and they're all first level spells. So let's find ourselves 3 spells that we like. I kind of like to have a bonus action spell. That's what the B stands for. S stands for self, T stands for touch, C stands for concentration, R stands for reaction, RIT stands for ritual, and the 90 and 120 and 30 are all the distance that these spells are good through. The $sign means that this snare spell requires a component that costs money. You can look in here and see you need 25 feet of rope, which this spell consumes, which is why you have to have the rope. You can't just say, yeah, I'm going to cast it. You have to have this rope, because when you cast the spell, the rope gets consumed with the spell. So let's see. Ensnaring Strike, I'm going to choose Ensnaring Strike as one of my 3 actions. One of my 3 spells. I'm going to drag it to the little bubbles. And then what else do we want? You know, we are a beast master, so I'm going to check out this. Yeah, beast bond spell. It gives you telepathic link with one beast that is friendly to you. You know, I already have my companion. I don't think I need this. Besides, it will be good to have Hunter's Mark, another bonus action. And then my 3rd spell, I'm going to take Cure Wounds. I know that most parties have a cleric that can cure wounds, but it's always helpful to have more than one person that can heal the party, so I'm going to take this as my 3rd spell. So there we go. If you look down here, you'll see where it added the spells. And I click on the magnifying glasses. And I have my spells, my 3 spells. I have my standard actions, I have my racial traits, and the only thing left to do is to make one more section, and then it makes it up here. And I want to call these Consumables. These are going to be the things that I would like to track in my inventory. So I'm going to put rations. I'm going to put torches. I'm going to make another couple. I'm going to make water skin. And then finally I'm going to make healing potions. Now we have 1 healing potion, So let me show you how to make functionality for your healing potion. I'm going to hover over where it says healing potion, and I'm going to right click with my mouse. On the radial menu that you get, what pops up, I'm going to pick this arrow that says add action. And in this radial menu, I'm going to pick where it says add heal. You'll see that it opens up a space for me to tell it how much this healing potion is going to heal. I wanted to delete that so that I could see. I want to left click on my two-sided dice, drag it into the chat window. Then I'm going to right click on it, which gives me 2 dice. I'm telling the spell that I want 2d4 for my damage. This is how much it's going to heal. But I want 2d4 plus 2. So I type 2 in the bonus and close this down. And you'll see that it's showing my healing potions will now do 2d4 plus 2. Click on the hourglass and magnifying glass. And then I'm going to click on this edit list. And I want to choose where it says standard mode. I want to make it into preparation because I want to make changes here. We have 1 healing potion. We have 10 rations. We have 10 rations. We have 10 torches. And we have 1 water skin. Okay? And it doesn't need to be daily. It needs to be once. So I click twice on these little tabs and then it will say once. So if you click on combat, it will show you how many healing potions you have, how many rations, torches, and water skin. And when you use them, it will click off. You will manually check off one of the bubbles, and it will delete. It won't delete it from your inventory, but you can keep track of it here as to how many you have and when you need to go to the store again to buy some more rations and torches or healing potions. So I think we are done with our character, and I hope that you enjoyed my video. My next character in your Not Your Everyday Adventuring Party will be a Firbolg Druid. So please come back and watch me make that. I thank you for watching. If you have any comments, leave them in the comment section below, and you have a good day. Bye-bye.